Is this game over? The Trump tariff has kicked in, and eventually the market has lost 10% in 2 days and 20% in the last 4 weeks into an official bear market, one of the fastest bear market we've ever seen. Please stick with me and we will discuss this going forward. Welcome back, family investors. Today I've got so much to share and I hope that this will help you ease your mind a little. I'm trying as much to be positive, and let's get straight to it. Okay, week 16, which is on the radar. Okay, folks. So my agenda today, the impact, the VIX, the short and long term, quickly just share with you my point of view, and hopefully this will help you to stay afloat. Why do I stay afloat? Because for weeks, if you look back, I've been telling folks, let's survive this. And then there are loads of people coming up mysteriously on X and thread saying, I sold out about 4 weeks ago. I knew that it was coming, blah, 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 blah. Dude, if you're invested, you're on the boat. You cannot just jump out. You'll be in the sea. Okay, you're on the boat and then you said you managed to avoid the iceberg crash. It's crazy. But what I'm going to say is we're all invested in for the destination. Titanic was going to destination, trying to make big dreams happen. Things did not come their way. So I want you all to remember, let's survive this. Please, let's survive this. Stop replaying in your head. Say, I wish I did not get on the boat. You were in the boat in the first place for the destination. So if you keep kicking yourself like this, you're not going to be a good investor. Let's survive this. There's many ways to survive this, but at the moment, we're mostly net negative. Unless you are a trader, you trade both ways, and the short selling has been making folks very rich. And this is what short sellers do. Okay, they've made over 100 to 200% gain based on this. And now they're sitting there thinking, should I take profit now? Should I leave? What if there's a V rebound? I'm worried. So they're in an uncomfortable situation with loads of money. We're in an uncomfortable situation with wet suit and on the boat. Okay? Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to help you guys as much as possible. Please like and subscribe and help the algorithm kick this video and help others out there. Okay? I've said this before. Short-term pain. We are at this limbo zone. Will it get worse to a point that we might not even reach the long term? But we need to survive. At the moment, it feels like everything is falling. Okay? The impact. 10% drop, S&P 9.1, 7.9. Bear market officially here because we already had 10% last week. We're close to the bear market. We got about 1% more that we're going to drop into the bear market. And remember, another 20% will go complete recession. Okay, 40% complete recession, meaning 2 years back-to-back GDP growth down, meaning all the companies cut their forward evaluation, their forward forecast. Nvidia is not going to sell as much, Microsoft is not going to sell as much, Netflix is going to sell as much, and then all the effect, the whole cascading, it could get worse from here as we stand. But the gold, okay, the gold has finally dropped. These boys who bought the golds and Costco for $2,000 are starting to take profit out, rich profit. But this is one sign that gold is coming down. Is it because it hit its peak of 3,100? So, people are cashing out thinking what to do next. But no, this is where we need to watch if the gold is going to go lower. If people are waiting on cash, trying to pounce on risk, or others might start buying it. So this is something that we need to watch. The gold is moved down quite rapidly as well. Or maybe they think that inflation will go up and interest rate go up. So, okay, next one, the impact, yeah? Impact. This impact is bad, okay? But it looks across almost 100 years, okay? Folks, you notice that the bond yield has dropped drastically. Now we're sitting at 5.2%. It's like rebounding up. But what I want to share is Mr. Warren Buffett is sitting on $300 billion. People say he timed the market perfect. But let me explain to you, no. Warren Buffett got rich from the 1980s. He stayed invested all the way. As the bond dropped, the value of his stocks increased. He became a millionaire to a billionaire from just sitting down on his butt, reading and buying stocks. Now it's gone back up. He panicked. He started selling stocks. He started harboring cash because of this zone, because he views it at this point of view. He did not take cash out because he knew it was going to happen. He took cash out because of that. That's the impact where we are. As long as this 20% year, 20-year yield goes up, the value of the stocks up. But at the moment, it's going sideways, trying to decide where to go next. This is the impact right across the board. We're all globally, there's no way to hide. There's no way to hide unless you long the VIX, the only guy who is in green. But he was not going to stay here forever. Okay, everybody's damaged. There's no way to hide. Now, the VIX 45. My favorite, good old VIX 45. Finally, it climaxed. Finally, it's erupting like a 40-year-old virgin. And now, the volcano is still bubbling. The volcano is bubbling here. You know, it's not over. It's not over. But the great news, at least it climaxed. I did tell you guys, dead cat bounce. If the VIX doesn't shoot up, I was right. And now we've surpassed that zone of the 2.4 to 3.2. Okay, look here. That point here, that climax came back down. That point here, that climax came back down. That point here eventually will climax and come back down. Okay, close to this zone here, eventually muffle, took a bit long, and then it came down. This is over 20 years. Now we're here. So the good news is we're close to the peak. It's like you're going down like a dolphin driving, going scuba diving, and notice where's the floor, using the sonar. Oh, I got a ping of the sonar. That means I could hear the floor, but is the floor close by? We don't know. That's where we are just now. So give me, I would say 2 more weeks before it will peak. Recovery, 6 to 8 weeks to see where things will happen. 2 great by Sabu trades. I'm not going to take credit for this guy's pretty smart. When the VIX goes 45, not many times it goes 45, we will see 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, and 2 weeks later, it could potentially go green. But there are other points in life where it did not actually go green. Okay, but the highly likelihood of going green from the last 2 days is likely. Okay, but it still could go up. The volcano is still bubbling. So be careful. Don't go overexcited. That's why people actually bought the dip then. Okay, there's a reason. But things could happen either way. But the great news for long-term investors is the S&P 500, after 2 consecutive days of minus 4.5%, which was like Thursday and Friday, they experienced a sprout growth 3 months, 6 months, and 1 year later. Okay, it actually came back. Remember, there's a lot of sideline cash. I know there's lots of uncertainty, but we are long-term investors. Short sellers show the short game. They jubilate over the short game. And long-term investors, potentially this is the reset. Are we the bottom? We're not sure. But we know there's a historically probability, likelihood, there's an outcome of green. Okay? Let's live and learn. I mean, COVID, we've seen it. 2008, 2009, 87, we've seen that. Okay? I've seen at least, 3, 4 of these, but the rest I've not seen before. All I had to do was read the textbooks. Okay? Short-term and long-term. Loads of my viewers from America, America obviously you don't get hit, but the Singaporean counterpart and also the British only get 10% short. But what's happening next? Okay, what's happening short term? It's all about negotiation. Yeah, we all have to sit down and negotiate. Where we are, find and seek the opportunity. So short term, we all know the news are selling. Okay. The news are all selling. This is doom and gloom. We're all gonna die. Recession. Blah 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 blah. But the whole point with Mr. Trump is he wants to have a break even on the tariff, no deficit. If he makes money, great. But he wants to break even. And the way he breaks even, he's not gonna ask nicely. Go, everybody, can you lower the tariff so I can make more? He's not gonna do that. He's going in aggressive. He needs to change. He's gonna go 4 years left. Okay, 3.5 years to be precise. He needs to go in aggressive, and this is what he's doing. And guess what? The news never told you. Yeah. Thailand, Vietnam's gone 35% each, going, oh wait, Mr. President, can we negotiate? Maybe come in midpoint somewhere. And guess what? Mr. President said, let's talk. Okay? Britain, Japan, 10%. They already say, oh, I'm not happy, but let's talk. They're in. Taiwan, obviously, it's going to affect them big time. Let's talk. Norway is the same. India, guess what? The Tesla cars, he's reducing the tariff on his Tesla cars, so Tesla cars can welcome to India. Let's make friends. Let's build the Tesla factory in India. Okay, and also they know that the Chinese have retaliated. They know that they have the opportunity to grab the manufacturing game. So Modi is really smart, taking the opportunity. He's not going to care about face. He's looking at the long-term view that he wants to fix this. He knows that the biggest customer in the world is going to be USA. What, you think the biggest customer for India is going to be China? No. He knows who his clients are. That's why short term, a lot of people, even Israel is going in. Because what? Israel's going to buy the new weapon from Germany. Germany has got not enough capacity to produce new aircrafts because he's going to do it themselves. You think Rolls-Royce from the UK is going to sell them lots of places? No. They're busy trying to equip the boats. The new laser Dragonfire. They don't have the capacity and the manpower to raise up the game. Okay, so they have to look at the American counterparts. They have to find the middle ground, okay, and rebuild the country at the same time. But on the short term as well, the Chinese retaliated, which is completely normal, okay? I mean, if the Chinese came out and say, oh, I'm so sorry, but I will accept your retaliation. I'm not going to, we will be worried, yeah. Chinese has got strong cards. Americans got strong cards. They will come clash, but eventually they'll open up and show their cards and see what. So hopefully some negotiation come in between them, because at the moment, you know, we're throwing out a trump card just now. Canada and European. Canada is trying to shift their sales over to Europe, and European countries are trying to close the US door and perhaps buy more equipment from China. I thought they banned Huawei. So, you know, we really need to see how they can come to the middle ground. As it stands, everyone's standing strong on the media, but they have not really sat on and spoke. So the media is painting that picture. So we just have to see in the short term what's going on. That's why I said the 6 to 8 weeks. Okay, long-term damage is obviously in the gameplay. Inflation, material, logistics, it's all that obvious. Consumer sentiment, things are going to get more expensive. Interest rates might go up. You know, all that worry that we're looking. But the other thing is the jobs, the currency, the gold, crypto, the housing, the next wealth transfer that nobody really spoke about. This will come out. Jobs, for example. Okay, if I was an engineer in the UK, I move to the USA tomorrow, I get 3x on the salary I get today. That obvious because of taxation, because of the demand in the States. Same as an engineer in Taiwan or Singapore. You'll be in your country making Y, but if you leave now and go to the US, you make 4x. If you come to Europe, maybe you make less than half an X because of the tax here. So people will start thinking, saying, where's the best place to bring up your family? People might move. And then you got the housing, which is increasing. The next generation are unable to afford the house. And now with the next great wealth transfer, which is still happening, it's not going to stop. Where are we going to put the money to? And now you're going to have loads of people, vigilantes going, say, I'm not going to put my money in dollars or gold. I'm going to put in crypto. So all these things is chatting. It's all happening. But this are not being discussed now. But this is something we need to start thinking going forward. Okay, now on the Trump tariff stocks to buy. This is not the episode for it. This is the episode for me to tell it later in future. Hopefully I share more, or perhaps on the Monday newsletter, but this will be coming soon. This is boiling in the background. But I'll share this exclusively with the Buy Trigger Club members first, because they support me. And hopefully I can share with you guys on YouTube pretty soon. Okay, so I hope this is useful for everybody just now. Okay. Going forward, we just have to survive. Once you survive, we don't know where the direction will be. We don't know how long it will last, but we all can sit and speculate and look at the likelihood of things. This is hard for everybody, and I hope that my relentless warning for the last 4 to 5 weeks have helped reduce the risk. Maybe not avoid it completely, but reduce the risk and protect as much wealth as you can. I try to help, and I hope this is useful. Okay guys, thank you, take care. I hope to speak to you